Hi guys, and welcome back to the Memaw's table, our dining table build. This is video number 5. It is December 24th, Christmas Eve. Um, we don't have anything planned because we had our big family Christmas shindig back on Sunday. All the presents have been opened, all the food has been eaten. Actually, I ate some more of the food on Monday and some more of the food on Tuesday, and I'm probably going to eat it tonight as well. I made so much lasagna. You can see a couple episodes back. I talk more about our Christmas event. But anyway, I'm going to start today's video with kind of a redemption. So if you watched video 4, a lot of things went wrong, and I was trying to fix them in panic mode as we were building our triangle plank. So I didn't video taking it out of the mold, but it did come out. It actually worked out. It could have been much better, but it came out nice. I didn't get, I think I got one photo of it. I'll probably put it up. So today I have another 6 triangles that make up a hexagon that I want to make into plank number 2. I did the math, and I think I'm going to need a total of 4 planks to do this design down the middle of our table. So what did I learn? How did I improve the process from our last near failure? Well, the first thing I did not do last time is clean up my triangles. There was some little pieces of glue in there. Well, when you start smashing things together, that glue doesn't really, the dry glue doesn't really compress very well. So, and this is very hard wood. So that led to some potential gap issues. So I've cleaned up all the triangles for this plank glue up. Number 2, I did not get my Clampzilla jig, thingamajig, all set up. It was still set up for making triangles, so all of these little clamp adjustments had to be moved while I had glue setting. I had already put the glue, which leads to number 3 or 4, whatever issue is I didn't try a dry fit first. I should have. I would have seen a lot of potential problems. Speaking of those finding issues during a dry fit before you put the glue on, something that did not work very well was this red glue up triangle that I use for making triangles. Because we have 6 triangles laid out, my jig is designed to have one side going down that way and one side going down that way. Well, you put 6, you have to have another triangle so that they're going parallel to each other. The problem with using this was I had shaved off all of the points in order for the glue ups of the triangles to mash together more. That really caused issues. So what I'm going to do this time is, instead of a glue up triangle, I'm going to use a 7th triangle. This is a real triangle that's going to go into the table. It's actually part of set number 3, but I'm going to borrow it for the glue up of triangle plank number 2. Since it's the exact same height and dimensions of the other ones, it should form a nice fit. All right, finally, what I discovered with our near failure was the triangles that, sit on their base, they had all mashed together. So such that the triangles that are pointing down couldn't squeeze them apart to where they were actually flush with the bottom. So the 3 on top were a little high and the 3 on bottom were a little low. That's going to cause me to have to do a little sanding, but it can be remediated. But in order to avoid that this time, the first thing I'm going to do before I start cranking down on this jig is I'm going to put these clamps back in place to initially push down on them. While these are still loose going this way, that'll make them all sit nice and flush. So when I start cranking, they can't rise. So that's my plan. So I'll get couple of these ready to go. Okay, got my jig all set up. It's in place, ready to go. Instead of stacking the pieces in and then putting these top parts of my clamp together, I've already put it together and I'm just going to shove them from the inside. So let's put them in. Well, we have to glue them up before we put them in, doing it this way. All right, so now, do like we had planned. Okay, so they can't rise or fall now. Yeah, so I think the plan was good. Um, I think the execution sucked. One very, 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 very important thing that I'm going to do on the next couple of planks is number the damn triangles rather than me try to remember the pattern. Just put a number on them. You know, 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, 4 down, 5 up, 6 down. You know, simple. It's all going to sand off. I can write on it with pencil all I want. Sorry, that was frustrating. I really thought the plan was good, and I still do. There's just always room to improve. So let's let this dry up a little bit. Um, yeah, I'm going to cut up a plank for you guys later tonight. So let's see, what time is it? It is 2:50. So I'd give it at least a couple hours before 50. So sometime between 5 and 6 tonight, I'll be back on, and you'll see the whole purpose of making trapezoids and baby triangles into triangle logs, into triangle planks, what it was all about. I got to come up with a name for the next process. We'll catch you in just a bit. Talk to you later. There you are. Between takes, I went in and weighed myself on the bathroom scale, and then weighed this on the bathroom scale, and determined that a triangle plank weighs 18 pounds, and there's going to be a total of 4 of these in this table. So there's 72 pounds, and we'll add that to the weight of those big 3 walnut planks down there. So I'm thinking my guesstimate of 300 pounds is not going to be very far off. So let's see what we got. This one came out so much better than the first one. I think my process improvement made a big uh, effect. Can't talk. I'm getting tired. Um, I double checked, and my pattern arrangement is correct. You'll see this looks really rough, and it's actually pretty, hilly. But that doesn't matter, because the next step is we take a triangle plank, which used to be in pieces. Now it's one big piece, and we cut it into pieces. But this time we're going to be going cross cut, because we're going to be flipping these on their side, and that's going to be the top of the table that you see. Looking forward to that. We're actually making great progress. I'd have the wood. Tomorrow, of course, is a holiday for everybody, and Friday, hardly anybody calls their IT guy after Christmas, and then comes the weekend. Man, I could have had some days. Maybe West Vice will be open Friday. I doubt it. If I were them, I'd be closed too. So, anyway, I'm going to sand this up just a little bit so that it fits nicely in my new jig, another jig. This one is going to be for cross-cutting the triangle plank that you see here. So I think that's it for me tonight. It's cloudy. Not gonna do much. Maybe watch some YouTube, finish this video. I need to keep cleaning up the shop, because I don't know if I mentioned it, given my indoor normal person office to Carrie for her crafting room. So I'm in the process of moving all my computers and IT and Air Force memorabilia and stuff that I've kept a hold to for 30 years for I don't know why. Do a little cleaning, but anyway, I'm rambling. We'll talk to you next time. Have a great, Merry Christmas Eve and Christmas tomorrow. Be with your families. Reach out to them if you can't. Reach out to some friends that you haven't talked to in a while. Sometimes the holidays are rough on people. You know, I'm blessed. My holiday's been great, but I'd be a fool to think that that's the same for everybody. So maybe I'm going to reach out to a few people too. Hey, how's it going, man? Remember me? Yeah, I need to do that. Talk to you later.